Hey, I hope y'all having a wonderful day. I'm gonna try not to be on here no more than like 25 minutes, 30 minutes because I think I already know what I need to say. Um so because a lot of times people we like to judge people, and for some odd reason my in the car after dark, my live on my phone is not working. It's like freezing. I'm like, yo, what's going on? So this is like a slash in the car after dark type of vibe, but it's on StreamYard. So you see my picture, and so it is what it is, y'all. Um, I don't know how to explain this, but there's so many people that can judge because we look it in, and that's all right. You know, everybody has a right for opinion, and a lot of times it's not that we're being mean. We're just we're just stating the facts. Some people are stating the facts with my jazzy life. It's not just to be maliciously mean and push, kick people when they're down. No. Jazz, you speak on not having a support group, a baby daddy. Baby daddy says not in the picture. By yourself, paying all the bills. Well, you probably don't realize other women are like me. Other women are like you. Yes, but there's beauty that sometimes we take from it. All right. So I'm gonna go tell you my story. And because a lot of times you gotta see where the negativity for you, like you feel like everybody's being negative, you need to see where it comes from, right? So let me go. I'm a mother of three. I have three different baby daddies, and you can say whatever you want to say. But all my relationships was never um back to back. That makes sense. I never jumped from this guy after I had my first child or the last guy. All my kids are 6 months apart, and me and the fathers basically had a 2 to 3 year relationship. All right, before I had my kids. So that means that my children was off limits. I never had a partner in the house. I never had, you know, how's that? You have two kids and two different baby daddies, now three, and they just never. I never brought my daughter around none of the men I dated. And that was just my personal belief. I don't think that I'm dating with children. I'm dating, you know what I'm saying? So I just believe in that. Everybody can believe in whatever they want to believe. So I'm gonna go and tell you about my mother pains, okay? I have two baby daddies. Both, unfortunately, all my baby fathers were was military. But I have one that's in the Looney Tune. He's in a he's in a loony house. Okay, it is life. Okay, and one is blind, legally blind, but lost one eye. And with all these men I had dated, I didn't realize I dated trauma filled men. Explains why they wasn't very active. They was standoffish. It was like I ruined their whole happiness being pregnant. They didn't know how to take it. One, he was always taking care of his mother. His mother was sick, and he didn't have a childhood. So he spent the majority of his childhood still trying to play catch up when he was grown. So during the time that, we was going to work, he was good with going to work, but he still had little boy tendencies that, as now I'm pregnant, I couldn't, fulfill, you know, and and I feel like, and y'all have to be honest. I felt like having a kid with him might help him to grow up a little bit, but it didn't. So why he in a Looney Tune? I feel like you speak your words. Your mouth is the most powerful thing ever. Nothing was wrong with this man. Now he went into war, but somebody told him they was about to get deployed like in like 7 months. He said, "Oh my gosh, man, this is how we're going to get out of going overseas. Just tell them you're crazy. Start documenting it. Take these medications. Go see this guy. Tell him this." And y'all, when he got out of the military, he really started having no symptoms in real life. Y'all, that crushed me. That crushed me because here I am, a mother, never been a mother before, and I'm getting, he's crazy. Y'all see, even in that, y'all, even in 6 months, he was crazy, not realizing he had childhood trauma. So I kept my child away from him. That's didn't keep him away from him. I just never pushed the issue. And it broke my daughter down one day. See, this is real mom problems. We have to come to from protecting our child from seeing their parents not very well to allowing them to see it. That's real parent problems, right? Because you don't want your child to think any less of their other parents. I can't tell her your dad was never like this. I can't tell a 5 or 6 year old that, her father was normal. Now he's sick and we I can't. How do I tell her that? So one day she was about 13 and she's like, I want to talk to my dad. I want to see him. I want to see it. Y'all, well, I'm gonna joke about it because it's funny because I laughed about it. Now this man told me he made money, he talked to aliens. Y'all, before I even, my daughter never talked to him on the phone because I had to see his state of mind. Real talk. Y'all, real talk. It broke my heart that she was like, "Where's my dad at? Where do I have a dad?" Yeah, you have a dad. But how do I tell a 10 or 12-year old or even a 6-year old that her father's in a loony bin? How do I tell them that? I can't. That's real mom problems. We have to keep on going. How do I do that? Jazz, how do I do that? I can't. I know. I know. Thanks for doing it, Mo. Thanks for, tapping in. How do I do that? I don't. But my daughter finally got to talk to her father. And she was 13. And I remember her saying, "Well, mommy, I can see if I can see if I can help him. Let me try to help him." She got off the phone with him like less than like 15 minutes, y'all. Like first time talking to him. And I said, "Well, would you like to schedule appointments with him every 2 weeks or every?" "No, I'm fine." I think she had to see it for herself, right? And I feel bad because that's not what any kid should be going through. They should be able to have healthy parents. So it is a struggle for me to be healthy mentally in my mind for my kids. It's a struggle. I can't be out here just blaming the world because I don't have money for my Starbucks. I have to sacrifice. I have to be healthy so my kids don't think that, this is this is just them. It's not you. That's real mothers. We got to hide mental illness from our children. Because one time my daughter, when she heard me talking about him being schizophrenia and bipolar, that little girl looked it up. And for I swear to God, I prayed over her that she don't be trying to act like she got bipolar so she can have some type of connection with her father. That's real talk. Yeah, I know mental illness is genetics and all that stuff, but I do believe in God. So I don't believe in God is, we can say all day long that is genetics and that's genes, but I said no, it starts with him. So real moms, we pray. We pray. We don't worry about who our baby daddy's sleeping with or who he's giving his money to. We just want healthy minded children. That's all. We want healthy minded children. So my third one, he's crazy. So when I tell you I made babies with men that have trauma, they have trauma. My second son, English, his father was a product of the R word, and it was from a family member. And it wasn't like blood family member, it was like marriage. Like it was, his father is his uncle, his great uncle from marriage. The family did not keep him for love, they kept him for financial gain. Sad as hell, right? So when he had his son with me, he didn't. He took it as somebody else can take care of it. That's somebody else's problem. But I really do like you. We really, but I just can't do it. Now you would never think this man has some type of loving or affection. We never thought of that until he had a kid. Because he was confused. His cousins was his brothers. He had to grow up calling his daddy uncle. Didn't find that shit out until he was like his teenage years. So my son had that, he still got that same love like his father has. He's carrying that love. So I have to protect him. You're not like your father. You're not like your grandfather. You are English. And I let him know that. I hold my son dear. When I tell y'all he's my favorite kid, he's my favorite kid. Because I know he's going to have to try to understand why he's not why his father likes his wife's kids more than he likes him. Because he somewhat feels like, y'all, I'm not a man, but he don't like his genes. Can y'all imagine a grown man really don't like his genes? The family, his mother wasn't in his life. His grandmother was his mother until she passed away, and then they moved him to his auntie. He never had a. His uncle was not his auntie. No, that was a different aunt. That sounds crazy. So when they had family functions, and he saw his brothers getting the good stuff, and he getting Family Dollar stuff, that probably did something to him. His that uncle never that dad, he watched that dad, take time and buy the kids scholarships and do everything with his kids, go to football games, be there, but he never got that. Never got that. So I made babies with trauma men. I didn't know. You was like, girl, how you didn't know? Because I didn't know. I didn't find out that I knew he didn't. I knew that his mother passed away, his grandmother, and his aunt raised him, right? And I knew he had a, I know he had his mother, but his mother was his grandmother that raised him, right? Until he was about 3 to 4. I know that story, right? But I didn't know about the uncle. I now put two to two together later on. I said, I see why he refused to be in his son's life, because he sees his father. He sees he don't see a healthy nothing. He don't see that. And it sounds like I'm making excuses for them. No, I'm not. But that's what we went through. That's what I'm going through. Do I make me a bad person? It can be. Yeah, girl, you suck. I would never tell nobody that story. But Jazz, there's more to life than crying over bills. I cry with my kids that I can't help them. I can't cure their pain. I can't cure their father's trauma. I have to go through that. So when I hear a woman complaining about not making money and not having time to herself, baby, we got other stuff. So when my kids ask for something at the last minute, y'all know what that last minute is. You already had your mind on whatever money you had left over for whatever reason. That was your money that you had lined up until your kids say, oops, I forgot. I need ABC. Why you didn't tell me earlier? You got my mind all wet and bothered for some going somewhere to get a sale. It's spring. It's about to be fall time. I'm about to go shopping for my fall decor. Come on now. Now you suddenly need some skates. That's not the problem. Oh, the bills are paid. We got warm air until like 28 more days. We got heat until 28 more days. Okay. That's not a problem. But actually trying to help your kids to get over growing pains, knowing that the world is full of fathers and mamas, and they only see mama. At least your kids get to see their fathers in a healthy state of mind that we know of, right? Not everybody has that. Not everybody has that opportunity that we can call our father kids, and he can't answer because he don't have he gotta search for his phone because he's literally legally blind now. He's missing one. He lost one eye, but the other eye is weakening. I can't ask him to come to my son's show and say, "Hey, can you come to my son's show?" Because he's gonna be really mad and say, I can't see anything. It hurts for me to see." Even though I know he can hear, but it's like he's still self-centered. I can't ask my son to come to my daughter's award show because he might freak out and have an alien attack in his head. So when you come on the air and you want sympathy, realize there's other people that's got more issues than you do. Guys, my issues might not be like other people's issues. Trust me, it might not be. But Jazz, life is more than just trying to push your children off. You got to be there for them. See, I know you can't probably relate to this story because you was never really there for your kids. See, you were so quick of getting some and having a storyline and having this and having that you forgot about them. They was just a prop. They were just a prop. But when your kids are no longer a prop in your life, your pain, you look at certain things different. Like one of my pains is I can't help my son. That's the one that's not talking. I can't fix him. I can't just go and say, "Here, let me just give you this and you take this and now can you say hello and good night?" Can you say that? I can't fix him. I wish I can. That's a certain pain that parents have. We don't look at like not having time for ourselves. Parenting will be much easier when you can find a little joy in them. When he says 5, I get excited. Some people's like, "Your kid only said 5. He's 3 years old." Yes. And if you say something about it, I will snatch out your shadow. Say something. That's a certain pain that most moms we have. You come and you say something about my kid. You ain't gonna see a shadow. I know that. Say something. I double dog dare you. But we're different. We're different. My jazzy life, it's more than somebody being there. It's are you there for your kids? Your kids, y'all, we can't make our kids again. I'm sorry to let people know, but yes, y'all can keep on having kids, but you can't make your original kid back. You can't, we can't rewind them. We can't ask our kids, "Oh, when you start crawling, let me rewind this back so I can see it." Y'all, that is my pain as a mother. I can't fix their father's trauma. I can't fix their father's conditions. I can't even fix my son's not speaking. But I can love them. I can I can be so proud at every growth and every movement they have. I can appreciate it a little bit harder. I know I can't never be my kid's father. I know that I can't. I know that there's some things I won't be able to do. And y'all, when I said that yesterday, my kids deserve more. They do. And it starts with a healthy mom. A healthy mom. Not being a fit mom. Not being able to kick a ball. Not like that. Be healthy in my mind. Be able to say, oh, I don't have. Be able to say, so take care of your kids. So, what do y'all have? Do y'all have more wants or needs in this situation? And when it's more wants, okay, we can set back. We don't need that. Mama don't need that. But it is what it is. Until you learn how to understand your role as a healthy mom, you're gonna always be crying. You're gonna always have a blame game. You had to reach in your pocket and say your dad was the reason why you picked the baby daddies you got. Well, the third one, it was a cold, rainy night. That's all I'm gonna say. Lord have mercy. That was just something to do. I'll be honest with you, it was something to do. But at the end of the day, you gotta fix your mind, Jazz. You can't get validations from nobody. That means you can't put out a sexy picture and say, I just needed rest to do. No, you didn't need rest. You need to go back and examine how you feel about being a mother. You need to go back and examine, like, what is really the problem? Because them not being able to pick up the kids or not being your support group is never the issue because they was never the problem. They never had that responsibility, that obligation to help to be your partner or the piece aside of your piece. You was more Philip was more comfortable about he was more ecstatic about being in prison than being a father. Why you don't think this man didn't care about breaking the law? Didn't it take him like some months to get registered? Wasn't he not supposed to be somewhere? Didn't he get like charged for like actually beating up on the girl again? And the girl said that she had sex with him when she was 17? Well, eggs. He still haven't learned his lesson. Are you crying over a man that haven't learned his lesson that could be put back in jail? Hannah was 15 when she was dealing with him when he was 21. You're not somewhat not disgusted? I'm just being honest. You didn't when people started putting reports about him, you didn't like think twice and say, well, you know what, y'all, my kids can go, but I'll be more afraid of my kids getting somewhat detained in his custody. I'm just being honest. I'll be more scared that my kids might have to go to a foster care because one, I'm not there close enough, or I won't make it. Hannah probably don't even tell me because she don't even like me. Hannah might say, "Oh well, they ain't my kids. Let me roll back to bed." But you thought that shit was cute. That was a cute come up. You wanted to be for everybody. You think I'll be beefing with anybody? And my baby daddy is a SO? You think I have time to beef with anybody? I gotta protect my children. I won't even. Kaylin would never have walked out the house wearing that shirt, that crop shirt, and you know everything going on. We don't have to explain it on here, but everything was going on. And I know her father is a SO. That's like invite. I should be more cautious of. Damn, there are motherfuckers that watch this channel. There are MFs that do like girls and take advantage of them. I'll be more cautious, but you more about yourself. You want people to always look at you. So what do you start doing? You start using your children as props. People are not coming on your channel. Somebody actually said this, and I love it. They said people are not coming on your channel because your kid is super cute. It's because they're eating a banana. You make content for perverts. And you know that you're not sexual. You're not a sex being, because if you were, you wouldn't have to keep on putting and portraying your body the way you do. Because hey, I look good, I feel good, and anybody sees me, they know. But you got to have a good heart, personally, a very good heart, to not have to show your body on any social media. I'm dead ass. I'm not trying to be funny. Anybody who still show their body after certain, like, let's say 25, after you have to file taxes and you got to pay it back, or you get a little refund, you don't need to show your body. You pay your property tax on your vehicle. Why you need to show anybody your body on social media? Because you still need that validation. You still need somebody to say, "Ooh, damn, you look good." You don't care who it's from. So what you do? You start training. You start teaching your children that exact same behavior. Poor Caitlin's going. It won't have a chance of finding. Won't have a chance of finding a decent guy. Not necessarily money or looks. Just a decent guy who likes her for her. Because you encourage that behavior. And I want to go back to your dad, because I don't think a lot of people understand this. Your dad was never a dad that you could look up to. You try to make it seem like he left you while you was in college. That most parents do. My mom left me at the damn campus by myself the very first night. It was like, okay, I got to go. I'll talk to you later. I call my mom, what you need? Are you okay? I got to go. My mom abandoned me too. But y'all don't hear me going around here crying about it. And that's the same woman that gave me a curfew on my prom night. You don't hear me calling the 1-800 hotline. Get over it. And if your baby's daddies is not able to take care of your kids, Anybody that don't have any kids, your children's always going to be the mama's baby and the daddy's maybe. There's some dads that don't believe in that. And there are actually good dads that says, hey, no, you're my baby too. Then there's mamas that only wants that's mama's baby and that's the that's the daddy's no. That's a no. My this dad can't come see him. He can't do nothing. I pray that my kids don't hold a grudge on their fathers. Don't hold a grudge on their father. I pray for that. I pray that my sons they will not try to take advantage of a woman because mom work hard, yeah, but they know how easy it is. Oh, she got kids. She's, just like Chris. He looked at you and said, "Oh, you easy," because he had a sucker with Medusa. Because Medusa was living on her own, going to school, doing ABC, had a car. But no woman that is single and don't have any kids and she got her own shit, she's not waiting on a 30-some-year-old man to get it right and still want to play basketball and shoot and argue at the TV about the game. No woman in their 30s wants that. Besides a woman with desperate for having a man and she has all these kids. Y'all, I have a semi unnecessary love life. 10 years deep. Woo, 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 woo. And you're like, girl, 10 years deep. No, it was a breakup and then we got back together. But it wasn't always 10 years. It seemed like it. But it wasn't always 10 years. And every day I appreciate him more and more. He's not the perfect person. And maybe next week I probably don't like him and or we're probably not talking in my mind, we're not talking. But I appreciate him. He never came to my doorstep. And none of my baby fathers never came to my doorstep with shenanigans. But he respect me as a mother. My home is off limits. He respect that. My children need a healthy and a healthy mom. So he didn't put me up with a lot of BS. And I thank him for that. He didn't take from my kids. I thank him for that. But Jazz, if a man allow you to lay down $80 and then the next day hear you slowly dry begging for a vanity for your child, what? A man will literally go to a food run, buy you and him food while your other four kids just ate pizza or whatever that was in there. He made sure his burger was straight, but your burger didn't have no bun. Your burger didn't have no nothing on it, just a ketchup and the meat, and then you had to make a sandwich out of it. What did you expect this man's gonna do with you? And you had a baby. He didn't say, "Yo, babe." He didn't say not once, like, "Yo, babe, the kids ain't eating it. We're not gonna eat it. We'll wait till the kids go to school, but we don't have money. We'll just wait, or we can just make burgers and fries here. But he didn't. That man went out and bought $100 worth of steak, two steaks, so y'all can eat kimchi. Kimchi. No, it was what she say, kimchi. He bought $60, was it $50 wagyu meat, and the kids are just standing there watching y'all cook that food, and you have to say, y'all just ate, go sit down. You know, what's worse is nothing's worse than Chrissy eating a ribeye. Her kids was eating steakum. I ain't gonna never let that one down. They was eating steakum meat, like for Philly cheesesteak. I'm sorry. You and Chrissy, y'all the worst pimp. Y'all the worst mothers. I'm sorry. Nika is a better mother than y'all, okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say that Nika is the worst mother than Chrissy and Jazz put together, okay? But at the end of the day, just real talk. You allow that. What did you expect from him? He got on here on the 7th talking about, I didn't know Babe was going through there. So he went up and he started cooking the hell out of that meat that your mama just put in the house. Y'all was eating chicken. You was frying chicken. He went on the other side to make him something else with some chicken breasts. Cause that nigga didn't trust your cooking. Your cooking is not even worth him eating. So he decided to take from those kids again and ate him a separate meal. This man is the same man that says, yeah, I'm glad they're gone. When y'all went on y'all first date, yeah, y'all remember that? You know what I mean. I miss them, but I'm glad they're gone. No, that's how he actually felt. So what did you expect when he just left you a sinkable? But you want us to realize that it's suddenly hitting you. You suddenly is healing, not healed. Girl, if you don't get out of here, you've been already healed because you never went through it. Let me ask you a question. All the mothers in the world, how many moms you know it comes on here day in and day out, same time, crying about bills, being a mother, how hard it is. Can you imagine the mothers that have to be on the waiting list for whatever? Y'all, and I'll be honest with you, we had a hurricane and I had enough money to purchase me, my kids, a little apartment. Not the best apartment. They smoked weed. They smoked little, Mary Jane upstairs and had my house stinking, smelling like everything, bug infested. It was just crazy. So I moved. Now, I stay in North Carolina now. And y'all, North Carolina, they're going to have real roaches and the water bugs. I'd rather take a water bug than roaches any day. Give me a water bug with eyelashes. I won't even kill it. That thing can blink all night on its other side. Okay, I won't even squeal. But don't give me roaches. Y'all know what roaches I'm talking about. And I remember being thankful for every little thing of my growth. Not having a vehicle, taking the city bus, have to people rely on people to pick up my daughter for school, getting her back and forth, feeding her. My son was across town. I was tired. I wasn't even watching YouTube at the time. My kids was. Well, we was watching mukbangs and what's that other thing that we was watching? Mukbangs, and my daughter would typically watch the Ryan. My son would watch Ryan. But hey, Queen, and you know, I came a long way thanks to being healthy in the mind. Yes, I'm weak. Yes, but I was healthy in the mind. Just get healthy in the mind. Stop looking for validation with your body and love your children. Because right now, you don't love them. Because you're so worried about who's going to love you. Who's going to love you, Jazz? I bet you those kids love you until one day they won't love you. That's worse. See, I always say this about Peach McIntyre. Peach kids love her seasonal. They don't love her everyday love. They love her seasonal. Maybe when I say seasonal, I think the older kids, the one that understands that this is a gimmick. This is just her being Peach McIntyre, but she's never a mother unless there's a camera. She needs to cook for us and she needs to take us on a trip, and she spends majority of her time on the phone and the camera. Seasonal. It's sad that your son had a Peach. See, you thinking mom problems is just paying bills and having the kids for the summer. No, it's more than that. We got to be active. Instead of going to the gym, Jazz, because to me, it seems like the kids won't have any sports or like, activities in the summertime. That's what's giving me. Once you take your kids to museums, take them to art museums. I know y'all got them. And so what if it's a little fee? I mean, y'all, be honest with you. Some places is free if you have a EBT card. That's all. Yeah, you know what? I need to go back in that my little old thing just for me to think about it. I need to go look and see what kind of zoo is free. I might can take them on a Saturday. Which I get what I'm saying. You told us you got food stamps. See something, show them something. Don't just take them to the thinkery, or you don't have to do all that. Just be there. See how much it costs to get fishing license. And you and the kids, y'all just go somewhere and y'all get a couple of poles. Cause they're only like $10 to $15 at Walmart. Some poles, like, just basic poles. And y'all learn how to fish. That's just something that you and the kids can do. And that's content, Jazz. Content. Crazy. Teach them how to do something. I know y'all got a chocolate factory or a soda factory that they'll allow kids in for free. Because I know when I stayed in Kansas, they had a chocolate factory. I think Russell Stouffer's in Kansas. And you go in there and it was like kids free day, or, military or EBT or whatever they had at the time. I know it wasn't like EBT, but it must have been something like I'm sorry, y'all. It must have been something like kids free this day or something like that. And you get your little hat and you go in there and they make you pour it. There are certain sections of the kids and they could, pour their chocolate, just do something with them. You don't have to do anything expensive. Better yet, do what your kids, my mom used to do when I was a kid. Take them to the library. And if they finish their book and you question them or you test them about the book and stuff like that, because y'all, there's so much activities you can do for your kids. Not just to be at the house and stuff like that, but you online, so you can actually have reading time with your kids, and that'd be good because people can. You are a family channel, right? So you can say, okay, today we're going to read chapter one. So you and your older kids, or even the younger kids, can sit down, read one chapter, and y'all can discuss it. And y'all, that can be like a good 15-20 minute episode. But you don't want that. You want fast money, you want quick money. You don't want to grow. And guess what? Growing with your children like that will be amazing. Like, for example, my children, my son, English, he's great with articulating his words and he's great with that. And I'm so happy for him. My daughter's more shy, right? So my daughter had like trying to have a flowing conversation. I would definitely have her reading out loud. You should definitely have Caitlin reading out loud. Even if it's even if she gets choked up, she can she's not saying a lot, she can just flow, talk. Cause you're on YouTube, right? And you have a flowing talking voice and you flow. But Caitlin, she can't. Why? It's because you rush her. You make her feel like what she's got to say is not important enough to take her time to talk. So she has to mumble it together. It's not because she's super excited. It's because this is a kid. It's only a joke. It's only like, okay, what you gotta say? Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. But you don't say hurry up, but it's just how you do it. And then what the hell did she say? Why is she talking like that? Probably nothing wrong with Caitlin, y'all. It's just the mother. So, Jazz, take time, enjoy your children. I said that last night, and I'll say it all the time. Take time, enjoy your kids, because we can't rewind it. We can't say, okay, I want this back. You want to sit here and pretend like you're crying, like, oh my God, she's so fast. I don't have to say that. Yeah, I don't say. Now I did say it this year because I'm like, damn, he's 10. English is 10. He just turned 10 last Saturday, the 30th. So, yeah, English, his birthday. He just had a birthday. No, it was last Tuesday, actually. I'm sorry. Last Tuesday. Or I don't know what day it was. It was last something, last week. And I remember my mom was like, my daughter graduated and she's like in the high school part, and that goes up to ninth grade. So her middle school went up to ninth grade and she's in the high school part now. So I remember everybody's crying, right? And one lady's like, "Why are you not crying?" I was like, I enjoyed her. I seen her growth. I seen my child making D's and C's and having a hard time struggling, and now she's an A B honor roll student. Y'all get what I'm saying? My tears was crying because she didn't comprehend, and she was. everywhere. She wasn't the best behaved child. My tears was when she, my tears is that. That's my tears. But I have a different type of rejoice because I see a different outcome. I do. I see a different outcome. So when my son makes honor roll, it's like, oh, great job. Okay. When I see them growing, I get excited. I don't need to cry. I don't need to tell myself, when is time gone? I'm excited. I'm my everyday mom. I'm not perfect. I tell anybody I'm the worst mom in the world, but I'm there. Jazz, don't miss out. I'm serious. Don't miss out on them. I feel like you miss out on, Ava and Aiden and Amaya. You got to see, you got time to see development growth and think above than when you saw in Ava and Aiden. You was raving about every, milestone this man had, and he graduated from his head thing, and you were so excited. But you didn't once, praise on Aiden. I know he probably has some bad days and good days. I never hear you raving about Amaya, but you want to rave on Caitlin. And it's just a graduation, y'all. I'm being not being insensitive. Fifth grade, eighth grade, ninth grade graduation is a blur to me. Okay, it is. Kindergarten is a blur. I know it's a milestone, but it's a blur to me because I got one more kid. They got to go to a graduation. My son is about to be in the sixth grade next year. I did my daughter. I'm waiting on her to graduate, but that's it, y'all. It's a blur. It's not like it's a milestone. My next milestone is seeing my children become functional adults. That's my, not have to cling on to a man. Hey, hey, that is my goal as a mom. My daughter is not looking for validation and love from social media. She enjoys the way she looks. She don't have to change her looks for anybody. Y'all, this is the same girl that rocked the beauty mode for the last 5 years. Okay, I didn't allow her to wear mascara and eyeliner until she got in like the seventh grade. I allowed her to do it a little bit, y'all. She didn't have no lace front or no nails, or she didn't do all that. She just wanted her little eyelash, her eyeliner, and her beauty mark, and I allow her. And then one day she came off and said, I like red lipstick. And I said, ooh, you're doing too much to do. How about red lip gloss? But she didn't do it red lip gloss. She did lip gloss. So I'm saying, okay, cool thing. But that's the beauty of being a mom. You see it change. You see it. You see them growing. You see them adapting to life. I don't have to wait for graduation to get choked up. I can get choked up just being at the house. Seeing my kids say, well, it's time for bed. What did you say? You going to bed on your own? And I say that's for English. Because y'all, English used to be a, what was that damn game that kept him up all night? Among Us. Can you imagine a 2 year, not 2 year, a 5 year old staying up until like 3 o'clock in the morning? Mom, can you tell them I'm not the imposter? Boy, if you don't go to bed, squealing at 3 o'clock in the morning, what's wrong? They said I'm the imposter. They killed me. And now he goes to bed because he got to go to school in the morning. I get choked up by that. I don't have to wait. I don't have to cry. Just enjoy motherhood better. Because there's somebody right now, they don't have any kids. There's a mother right now that's got to send her kid letters and somebody else open them because they're in jail. Not because she was a bad mother, y'all. Not all the time. And she got to love her son from a prison cell. Some parents got very little memories of their kids, and but they gotta remember the little bit of stuff because they're in their grave. Your kids are still here. Your kids still got time. Y'all enjoy y'all children. Enjoy them. But I gotta go. I like I said, I ain't supposed to be here this long. But thank y'all for joining me tonight. I really appreciate y'all. But I would just have to tell people, sometimes, when you're on this sector, you have to be honest and you have to be a little bit open. Because, you criticizing people that's very open. Um, and why not be open yourself? All right. This is nothing to, and that was a joke of getting subbies, all right? But if I do, I do. Thank y'all. Really appreciate y'all. But at the end of the day, it's more about helping somebody. Because, you know, can you imagine about 2,000 people seeing this content that Jazz just put out and say, oh, I can do that too. I'm going through this too. And not realizing that, it's more than begging and it's more than crying about not having something. It's your kids. Just saying. But I'll talk to y'all later. Night night.